She's sleeping on her bed. You sleeping? Are you sleeping? Are you good baby? We are making sheet pan mushroom birria tacos. Now, I don't think I have the right accent to say birria properly. Birria, but we'll just say birria. Birria. Anyway, you've seen these tacos all over Instagram. I'm a little late to the party. So mushrooms are the king of meat subs. We're gonna use portobellos and shiitakes combined. You know, we can argue over what's the authentic way to make this recipe. Traditionally, it is a meat stew that someone turned into a taco recipe by taking the consomme or the broth, dipping the tortillas in it, stuffing it with the meat, and then getting them really crispy. So we are making a version, a simpler version, a vegan version. For the spice, I'm using canned chipotles and adobo. I've got a mix of spices for the mushrooms. So this is just supposed to be a quick version. There's no compromise on the taste though, but don't get after me about, oh, it's missing the dried chili or this and that. I tried to just make it as simple as possible with stuff you can find. So you're gonna use 6 portobello mushrooms and half a pound or about 10 large shiitakes. You're gonna need another bowl here, which we're gonna make the rub in. Here's all the spices we're using. It's smoked paprika, cumin, granulated garlic powder, oregano, salt and pepper, and then just some neutral vegetable oil. I like avocado oil, so you want to add 3 tablespoons into the bowl. To start, you might want another tablespoon, making it 1/4 cup, but start with this. And then you just throw all these spices in there. Salt, pepper, oregano, cumin, smoked paprika, and the garlic powder. And again, just keeping it simple, I'm using all these dried ground spices as opposed to like fresh garlic and having to saute anything, because we're just gonna put these on the sheet pan to roast. So mix that together. And you'll tell once you start getting the mushroom shreds in there if you should be adding more oil. Probably yes. Again, personal preference as well. You just want this to be spread around enough and coating all the mushroom pieces. So this is probably the most labor intensive part, which is just creating pieces, shreds of mushrooms. Shiitakes I do find are better sliced, but you can also just tear them up. Whatever you want to do. They're gonna shrink obviously in the oven. So here's how you could tear those. I might just cut them though. Very thin. Whatever, right? Don't matter. Now I like the combination of both the portobello and shiitake to make it extra meaty. They both have different textures. The shiitake really, I think, is important. Don't substitute with like a button mushroom. They're more watery, like a baby Bella cremini. There's a reason we use certain things for certain recipes. Now, portobellos, I like to take off the little stem. And then again, these, you can do chunks, break it up with your hand, or you can cut them. But again, we're always trying to mimic that meat look, so sometimes cutting makes them look too much like mushrooms, right? I'm gonna break up the portobello like this. Now, if you must, wipe the mushrooms with a paper towel, but do not wet them and wash them. You're not supposed to do that. These are sponges. Now, this is gonna look like a lot, but of course, mushrooms shrink. So, just do what I'm saying for the 10 tacos that we're gonna make. I'm probably gonna add that extra tablespoon of oil for sure. Now, let's just toss what we have. We have 2 more mushrooms, but I realize my bowl is now a wee bit small. We could even do this on the sheet pan. Why don't we do that instead? So let's transfer to sheet pan and just add the 2 more mushrooms. You know, they start to absorb that marinade right away, so that's why I go with 1/4 cup of oil. It may just depend on the mushrooms you have. That looks pretty good. We'll add these other 2 here. Here's our mushroom meat. Nicely seasoned. It smells delicious. Spread it all out on the sheet pan. Your oven is preheated to 425. And now these are gonna roast for about 10 to 12 minutes. You want them to shrink quite a bit. They may release some juices, which we're gonna add to the actual consomme or broth that we're making for the birria tacos. Here's my mushrooms after about 12 minutes. So there is some liquid in the pan, but it's a little bit, it's not enough to kind of strain into a cup. Yours may have more liquid, so you could carefully try to get the residual liquid into a measuring cup to use for the consomme. But At this point, we want to continue roasting, so either drain the liquid or not, and continue roasting for about 8 more minutes. My mushrooms are almost finished roasting. It'll really depend on your oven temperature, the mushrooms you purchased. Mine aren't releasing that much liquid, so I'm going to keep cooking just for a few more minutes while we start the consommé or the broth. And to make up the liquid for that, you can use mushroom broth from your mushrooms with extra mushroom broth, but I'm using the no beef vegan bouillon base. It's the Better Than Bouillon product that I talk about all the time. It's linked in the recipe here. So you need 1.5 cups of broth. So you're going to bring that to a boil and then lower the heat to a simmer and then add the remaining ingredients. The additional ingredients are the chipotle peppers in adobo, some brown sugar, vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and tomato paste. So keep this simmering until you have it reduced to about 1 cup of liquid. And then if you've got big chunks of adobo peppers that you can't mash with a fork, you can use an immersion blender here in the pot just to get this broth nice and smooth. So my mushrooms were just in the oven for about an additional 5 minutes, and this is what they should look like. They're nice and roasted and drier, so there's no residual liquid on the bottom of the sheet pan. All right, there's our mushrooms. It's assembly time. Push all the mushrooms over and assemble our tacos right on the sheet pan. And then we've got our broth here and our toppings, pickled jalapenos, a blend of cheddar and mozzarella, vegan cheese, and very thinly sliced red onion. I think that's key. Don't make it chunky. So this is pretty easy. You can just dip your tortilla in the broth like this. Lay it out. Add some cheese. I like to use my hands, but add some mushrooms. Couple jalapenos, some of your onion, and then we're gonna fold these all at the very, very end, but at least get them laid out. You might use a 6-inch tortilla as well. I've got 5-inch ones, like the street taco kind. As usually happens when I go to shoot the video, some mishap happens. I thought I got the same tortillas size, but these are 4 1/4 inches. You want 5 to 6 inch. I thought these were 5. So anyways, don't buy a street taco size. It's 4 1/4, 4 1/2. You want 5 to 6 inch tortillas. So I had to redo my taco. So everything's all mixed together right now. The cheese, the mushrooms, the onions. This is not supposed to happen. I'm resetting with a new sheet pan. So you're dipping your tortilla in broth like that. And then laying them out and assembling them right on the sheet pan. Of course, my mixture is now all together, so we're just gonna pile it up like that. Make sure there's cheese on the top so that it melts. A couple jalapenos. Okay, and then you're folding your little tacos. And as they get crispier, it'll melt together. So halfway through, you're gonna kind of do a fold. But the broth's gonna keep everything nice and moist. Now, tacos aren't supposed to be neat, so a mess is inevitable, which happened. And that's okay. This is why you wanna use a bit of a softer tortilla, like a corn wheat blend, not a full corn. Corn tends to tear once you put the broth on there, especially because we're doing this baked style. You might need to do 2 separate batches. You can try to, they can overlap a little bit because once they fold, you have more room. Okay, some of them need some more onion. Let's just get these ones in the oven. Anyway, we got 9 on here. Should make about 10. Some of these tortillas are a little larger than the others, so I'll just add the 10th one in halfway through baking. So these go back in the 425 oven for about another 10 or so minutes, and halfway through just fold them and they will stick together because the cheese will be partially melted. So let's do this. That's the issue. As you can see, I solved the problem by putting utensils on top while they bake, which you shouldn't have to do when you actually follow the recipe properly and buy the right tortillas. But in case you don't, now you have a solution on how to keep them folded in the oven. Anyway, that's not supposed to be the case, but why bother trying to, make myself look perfect when this is the reality of what's going on in this kitchen? They're still gonna be tasty. That's the most important thing. So check on the tacos halfway through. You'll probably want to give them a nice quick brush with the consommé once again, just to finish off baking and get them nice and crispy and browned up. Look at these babies. Ooey gooey, crispy, spicy outside. This is what we're going for. We had a little snafu. It isn't hot for food without a snafu, let's just say that. Okay, pan's a little hot, but let's plate it up. We've got our extra heated up consommé or broth, and then of course can just lay these out. Now one side got a little crispier than the other, but that's okay. They're looking good. I'm starving, like my stomach is making noises. I don't think you can hear it, but like, look, we've got all this little extra goodness that kind of fell out, so just throw that on there. Let's get this out of the way. I made a couple extra because I had some extra stuff. Yes. Get on there. Crispy cheese. Woo-hoo-hoo. Look at those. Oh my God. Okay, then you want some cilantro. Just get that cilantro on there. Lots of cilantro. They turned out perfect, regardless of the little problem. They're very hot. Here we go. The hot one. That's the birria. Birria. I can't roll my R's. And of course, I make things the way I like them to taste. I've had these types of tacos at a couple of restaurants. I was underwhelmed. So I did some research on regular birria taco recipes and, you know, came up with what I thought was a simple way to make this broth, the filling that I wanted to eat. Of course, you can do whatever you want. And so if you customize this in any way, let me know. We always like suggestions. And I'd be curious to know how they compare to other tacos that you eat, birria tacos that you eat, if you have a favorite recipe or a favorite restaurant that serves them. God damn, these are good. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Thanks for being here. Let me know what you think of this recipe, and love you for being here. I'm gonna go. Peace.